New moon in Cancer. Nervous system rewiring through emotional alchemy. The Cancer new moon is conjunct Jupiter and forms a yod with Pluto and Mars, Pluto being the apex. In the energy realm, I've been sensing an ongoing nervous system upgrade, deeply linked to healing fragmented parts of self, whether from childhood or past lives. The healing process awakens repressed anger from the unconscious, not just as release, but as raw energy carrying creative power from wounded aspects. It's an exciting, multidimensional process, healing the self in layers through time and space, triggering ripple effects that expand and empower both past and future timelines. It brings nourishment and aliveness into the present moment, as if the nervous system itself is waking up, becoming conscious, and separating from the matrix of survival-based programming, no longer passive receivers within a machine. The creativity that can birth authentic change resides in this state of aliveness. Everything that is falling apart seems to synchronize with new expansion and growth in the inner world. In my dream state, I start to recognize how invasive thought forms from the collective come through my dad, provoking fear and rage in me through gaslighting and invalidation, vibrating through shame and guilt energy embedded in my wound. Always deal with the wound, the shame and guilt within. That's the path towards self-validation and clarity. The thought form feeds on emotional reaction, on destabilized, distorted feminine energy, in my personal case, creating chaos, likely trapping feminine energy in the self-doubt loop, in need of validation and hysteria. On a collective level, I saw how survival fear and panic energy appear as pictures, thought forms, merging into the news. No matter what views you hold, these thought forms inject a life or death urgency into everything you read and watch. When it feels like survival is at stake, it justifies reactions you might not otherwise have. Just like the thought forms that come through my dad and trigger rage, feeling like they threaten my very existence, the views of others that feel like they threaten your world, your vision of how this world should or could be, are also the effects of thought forms. Things can be serious and important, extremely important. Take a few deep breaths, separating yourself from the survival energy coming through the news, dream states, even from people you genuinely admire and align with. In this way, you return to your own center, to your authentic emotional energy. You open up more space for the authentic shift that inspires new visions and solutions. If you're in your individual process of healing and rebirth, my one-to-one sessions weave astrology, nervous system energy work, and soul insight to support your unfolding. You're welcome to reach out, or explore more at www.bloodmoon